Ma'am. Now let us invite our resource person, Dr. T. Vairam ma'am, to take off the session.
Thank you, Nitya ma'am, for a wonderful introduction about me. Uh, I would like to start my session by showing my gratitude to Dr. Jabin Begum ma'am, HOD and professor, and Dr. V. Lata Jyoti ma'am and Dr. S. Kailvili for giving me this opportunity to talk about blockchain and its evolution. Okay, shall I start there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I'll share my screen first. I hope you all can see my screen, right?
Yes, it's visible and also you're audible.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So today topic is blockchain introduction and evolution. So I'll start this session that with having like your already you had a wonderful session on yesterday and today morning, right? Okay. Today the topic is blockchain introduction and evolution. Um, See, when you type a blockchain in your Google search bar, you'll be provided with a good number of results like 1 billion 28 280 million results. Okay, so when you've gone through those web pages, finally you will be end up with like what is a blockchain. It is trustworthy, and it is no central authority. We don't have a central authority in blockchain networks, and it is a trust finance. Okay, so these are the three buzzwords which tells about blockchain. In addition to that, it also like I2D, which means like it is blockchain. It is an incorruptible, immutable, and it is a distributed system. Okay, so and some people may wonder about is Bitcoin and blockchain same? Actually, um, I like Bitcoin. Actually, Bitcoin is the only application of blockchain. Uh, it is a cryptocurrency, and blockchain can be useful only in financial sector. Actually, this statement is not true. It is blockchain. It is an online distributed system which can store information. That's all you need to know for now. Blockchain, it is nothing but it is an online distributed system which can store information. Okay, so actually the concept of blockchain, it is started in the year 1991 by a group of researchers, but it never been realized its importance until 2009 when cryptocurrency Bitcoin used it as a first blockchain based cryptocurrency. Well, so what is our current knowledge about blockchain? It is an online distributed system and which can store information, right? Okay. So in addition to that, I would like to add some more detail. Like a blockchain, it is based on interconnected blocks. Blockchain, it is a based on interconnected blocks which are open to everyone. That is very, very important. So it is interconnected blocks which are open to everyone. Like it's very clear from its name. Blockchain. It is a chain of connected block which can store information. So we have three things in a block. That is the first one is data. So data is nothing but it is the information that we store on block, and that depends on type of blockchain. For example, cryptocurrency, we store details about sender, receiver, and the transaction. So these three details will be available in the data part, okay, with respect to cryptocurrency. So the second part is hash of that block. That is, each and every block is provided with hash value. It is like a fingerprint of that block. It is always unique. We use that hash to identify the block. So every block is identified through the hash value. The third one is hash of previous block, that is which connect the current block with the remaining blockchain, that make sure that the property which make this technology so secure. We always found that blockchain is a secured one, right? Okay, so that is achieved through this field, that is hash of previous block. So this field, it is used to connect your block with the remaining blocks available in the blockchain network. It is also another property which make a more security is that peer-to-peer nature of both. Like instead of having a central authority, like which normal bank have, right? So with central authority which has all block information and manage every block information. So all the blockchain allows everyone to join into the block, and whoever is joined gets information about every other block. And by using that mechanism, we could able to identify that everything in this blockchain are processed in order and nothing got cheated. So with that basic introduction about blockchain, okay. So I hope you got some idea about what the blockchain is going to be, right? Okay. So it's just simply a online distributed system which can store information. Okay. So and it is a trustworthy. That is, nobody can cheat anything through that blockchain network. Okay. So my agenda of today session is it's starting with what is blockchain, and then we'll be discussing about type of blockchain and key features of blockchain technology. Then the core component. Okay, so using that the blockchain network can be formed. So that will I'm going to explain the components of blockchain, and how the blockchain is works and blockchain structure. Then finally the evaluation and use cases. Of course, in this pandemic situations, every technologies are trying to provide a solution for to recover from the pandemic situation, right? Okay, so your blockchain also plays a major role to provide a solution for COVID-19. Okay, and also I have a plan of demonstrating a local blockchain for voting system. Okay, so let's say if time permits, I will also demonstrate, that is show how to create a local blockchain using Ganache software. Okay. Okay, so let me start with the introduction of blockchain. Okay, so we say that blockchain is a distributed ledger technology, and simply we can call it as blockchain technology. Okay, so it is referred to the technology behind decentralized databases, providing control over the evaluation of data between entities through a peer-to-peer network. So this can be achieved using the consensus algorithm that ensure the replication across the nodes of the network. Okay. So more simply, I can say that imagine a book that anyone could obtain free of charge, where anything written on its page would be there, and whatever we have written, it would be there forever. At the same time, would be cross-referenced with other books to check whether what was written to be valid or true. Okay, so this is nothing but your blockchain. Okay, so anyone can make a part of a blockchain network. They can create their own block, and that block can be viewed to rest of the block holders. And even if you want to make modification, you can do it with the knowledge of other block holders. Okay, so it's just same as your normal book. Okay, so the blockchain block is nothing, but it is not just like same as your book. Anyone can read it. Okay, so and here like uh, prior to your blockchain, we'll be using the ledger to enter our details, right? Okay, and after the hot copy, we'll be maintaining the details in the hot manner, right? Okay, so we'll be using ledger to make a note, make a write note into that ledger, right? Okay, so after that, we'll be using we were using like a database, right? Okay, so database actually it is a centralized one, and not everyone can able to access the database, right? Only the authored person can access the database. But after the database, centralized database, we are coming into the picture of blockchain. Here the records are maintained in the digital format. Okay, and a group of transaction. Okay, so combining together and make it as a single block, and more than one blocks are combined chronologically to form a chain. Okay, so that is nothing but your blockchain. And the next is a type of blockchain. Okay, so when we say type of blockchain, there we have two main types, that is public blockchain network and private blockchain network. In addition to that, we also have a federated blockchain that falls between a public and private blockchain. So first we'll see a public blockchain. So there are different kinds of blockchain technology you can use. One of them is public blockchain. The name lets you know everything, right? Okay, so such a blockchain network is entirely open for everyone, and no one needs any permission to participate in the blockchain or query about it. Any transaction process through this kind of blockchain is validated for all block holders, and everyone has full right to download the code and run any public node on their own device, and anyone can even check their current status and also decide to add any blocks to the chain. Anything is possible with respect to public blockchain. So other than that, you can easily join the network without any hesitation. And the most attractive part is that they don't need any kind of validation permission from anyone. So such characteristics attract more people to be a part of blockchain technology explained as public. Okay, so and one more thing, like the system or server doesn't require any maintenance. So that is why the decentralized application don't cost too much to create and run them. Okay, so one of the leading blockchain network is Bitcoin, and in the queue we have another blockchain networks also, like Ethereum, Dash, Dogecoin, and Litecoin. So these are all the example for public blockchains. Then we have a private blockchain, and as I said, in between like public and the private, we have another type of blockchain that is nothing but federated blockchain, or in other way we can call it as a consortium blockchain. So this is like it is a kind of opposite to public blockchain network. That is because people don't get uh, access to the ledger and any kind of transaction verification process. Everyone does not have a right to read this blockchain. Just an opposite of public blockchain. A group of leaders operate the federated blockchains. That's the main reason behind the name of this blockchain. The privacy of transaction is better in this system, whereas in the public chain, the privacy is not being achieved. because whenever you are performing a transaction, it will be shown to a rest of the block holders, right? So they handle it with a great care. Even their scalability is higher than a public one. So that the second one is like a private blockchain. It is in some cases you can say that the main difference between private and federated blockchain is that except a group of organization, only a single one controls the process of private blockchain. So that is the difference, only difference between federated and the private. So federated means like a group of person can control the blockchain, whereas the private blockchain only one can control the uh, process of blockchain. So usually people don't have access to the blockchain network, such as auditing and database managing. So individual companies can get access with proper permission and process. So in that case, they'll be able to access in transaction verification internally. But there are cases where the public can get the chance to audit. So private blockchain technology is opposite to a public one in some cases, and it is a centralized system. With the private blockchain, the security break risk increases. Okay, so the security will not be achieved that much than your blockchain. Okay, so and in the with respect to private blockchain, the transaction cost is less, and they changed the inheritance system. Handling document is way simpler with this blockchain network, and multi-chain monarchs is the example for private blockchains. Okay, so the next is key features of blockchain technology. As we already know that it is trustworthy, and it is trust finance, and it is no centralized person to control your blockchain technology. In addition to that, we do have a certain core key features which is to be followed for blockchain technology. We'll see one by one. The first one is immutability. So, immutability means like something that cannot be changed or altered, right? Okay. So, this is one of the top blockchain feature that help to ensure that the technology will remain as it is, like a permanent, unalterable network. Okay. So, but how does it maintain that way? Blockchain technology works slightly different than the typical banking system. So instead of relying on centralized authority, it ensures the blockchain features through a collection of nodes. So every node on the system has a copy of digital ledger. To add a transaction, every node needs to check its validity. So if the majority thinks it is a valid, then it is added to the ledger. So this promotes transparency and make it corruption proof. Okay. Um, the next is like uh, any user on the network won't be able to edit, delete, or update it. Okay, so we need some permission from the other block holders. Only then we can do our transaction. Okay, so then the next one is decentralized. So the network is decentralized, meaning it doesn't have any governing authority or a single person looking after the framework. So rather a group of nodes maintain a network, making it decentralized. So this is one of the key features of blockchain technology that works perfectly. Let me make it simpler. Actually, blockchain put us user in a straightforward position. As the system doesn't require any governing authority, we can directly access it from the web and store our asset there. So you can store anything starting from cryptocurrencies. As I said, note that is blockchain is totally different from Bitcoin. Bitcoin it is what for a cryptocurrency where we can deal only the with respect to finance. But your blockchain it is we can import document, we can import contract or other valuable digital assets. Anything can be made it as a data in your blockchain network. And with the help of blockchain, you will have a direct control over them using your private key. That is, every block holder will be provided with a private key. Using that, they can able to access their data. So you see that centralized, decentralized structure is giving the common people their power authority. No one can just simply change any characteristics of the network for their benefit. So, using encryption ensures another layer of security for the system. But how does it offer so much security compared to already existing technologies? It is extremely secure because it offers a special technique called cryptography added with a decentralization. Cryptography lays another layer of protection for user. So here the job of cryptography is it provide a complex mathematical algorithm that act as a firewall for attacks. Every information on the blockchain is hashed cryptographically. Okay, it in simple terms, the information on the network hides the true nature